Welcome to Warehouse Layout Tool, wLOT. In today's tutorial, we will take you through the steps on how to use our software. Let's start by creating a new project. Select File and click on New. A wizard will appear. You will need to complete the 4 steps in this wizard before you can explore the other functions in our system. In the first step, you will need to specify the warehouse dimensions. In this example, we will be using a 20 by 20 warehouse with a cell size of 4, an opening height of 5, and we will be using the default value of 3 for the number of rack levels. Click on Next. In this step, you will need to specify the receiving door in your warehouse. Select a point on the grid and select the direction of your receiving door. Click on Next. In this step, similarly, you will need to select another point for your shipping door and then specify the direction of your door. Once you click on Next, you have come to the end of the wizard. You can click on Finish and you are now ready to design your very own warehouse. Now that we have successfully completed the warehouse layout, let us move on to the next step. Let us see how we can create storage in this warehouse. In our software, we have 2 options: the floor storage and the pallet rack. Let me show you an example of how to create a rack storage. Click on Rack and your preferred direction of the opening of the rack and of course the depth, and then select a point on the grid of the warehouse that you had just created. Once you're done, click on the Reset All button. Likewise, you can also create floor storage in the same manner. Now that we have successfully created storage racks in our warehouse, let us look at how we can allocate products to these racks. In order to do that, you will need a CSV file containing your product data. Select File and click on Import Data. A warning will appear indicating that you can only import data once in this project. Click on Yes to continue and select the CSV file containing your product information. When you click on Open, the products will appear under the SKU List tab on the right-hand corner of the screen. There are 2 ways in which you can drag products to the storage. Select the rack that you wish to allocate products to, and then click on the product under the SKU list and drag it over to that rack. Another way in which you can do this is to select the rack and then click on the product under the SKU list to drag it to the cell property grid, which can be found directly beneath the SKU list grid. You will notice that the color has changed for the racks. This color change indicates that the rack is either full, empty, or contains some products. After you have allocated products to the racks, the next thing you want to find out is the distance of the racks to and from the receiving and shipping doors. In order to find that out, all you have to do is to click on the Calculate Distance button. The distances of each of the racks are then immediately calculated. This information can be found in the Cell Property Grid under the Distance tab. Also, under the Warehouse Stats tab, you will have the minimum, maximum, and total travel distances of the entire warehouses. The other information displayed here is the utilization, as well as the total area of the warehouse itself. After calculating the distance, you may also choose to calculate the optimized distance by selecting Product and then selecting Optimize Product Storage Allocation. The optimized distance is then displayed beneath the Warehouse Stats tab. You also have the option to remove products that you have allocated in case you change your mind. Just right-click on the storage location and select on Clear Product List. You can also choose to delete the storage that you had created by doing the same. Right-click on the storage and click on Remove Storage. There are 3 maps that you can view using our software. After allocating products to the storage, click on View and Map. The default map that will be switched on is the utilization map, which indicates the number of levels occupied in your storage. The activity map will tell you more information with regards to the frequency of the pallets being stored at that storage location. The distance map indicates how far or how near the storage locations are to the receiving and shipping doors. Once you have completed your project, you have the option of exporting your project as a JPEG image. In order to do this, select File and click on Export Layout to Image. A warning will appear asking you to resize your layout before exporting. Just ensure that the layout is of an appropriate size before you do the exporting. Click on Yes and save the file at your preferred location.